Okay, next point is chemical reactions of alkyl halide or chemical properties of haloalkanes or alkyl halide. Okay, see, the chemical reactions of alkyl halides are very important reactions. Okay, means we know that the alkyl halides are more reactive. Why they are more reactive? Okay, because they are polar in nature, because there is large electronegativity difference between the carbon and the halide group. Carbon getting the positive charge and halide getting the delta negative charge. Okay, and they are polar in nature, therefore they are more reactive in nature. Okay, and they show the three types of reactions. Okay, mainly three type of reaction. First one is they undergo substitution reaction, elimination reaction, and reduction reactions. Okay, then they also react with some metals to form organometallic compound. Okay, we know that. What do you mean by the organometallic compound? Okay, no doubt, organometallic compound, these are compound, a bond is present between the carbon and the metal atom. Organo means organic compound. We know that the carbon compound are the organic compound. Therefore, the more the bond present between the carbon atom and the metal atom, that is known as the organometallic compound. Okay, when they form the organometallic compound, when the alkyl halide react with the some metals. Okay, then we know that the reactivity of haloalkane or alkyl halide is due to the polar nature of the carbon halogen bond. Okay, do you know what is the polar bond? What do you mean by the polar, non-polar? Polar means simply there is formation of positive and negative charges takes place. That is known as the polar compound. Okay, or polar bond. Okay, then see elimination reactions. Okay, first one is the elimination reactions. Okay, tell me what do you mean by elimination reactions? Okay, we know that there are four types of reaction. Okay, addition reaction, elimination reaction, substitution reaction, and rearrangement reaction. Okay, in that we know that the alkene show electrophilic addition reaction. Okay, and alkyl halide shows nucleophilic substitution reactions. Okay, okay, alkyl halide shows nucleophilic substitution reaction. Just remember, okay, because there will be question on the MCQs. Okay, means this question ask many times. Okay, alkyl halide shows, then there will be options. Okay, then first see elimination reactions, then later on substitution reactions. Okay, see what do you mean by elimination reaction? The reaction in which two atoms or groups from the adjacent carbon atoms are eliminated from a molecule. Okay, without being replaced by another atom. Okay, another atom or group, they are known as the elimination reaction. Okay, and what is the product of the elimination reaction? Alkene. Okay, means whenever two atoms or groups from adjacent carbon atom in a molecule are eliminated or are removed to form an alkene. Okay, they are known as the elimination reaction. Okay, and remember, whatever the two group or atoms are eliminated, that two atom or group, they are not replaced by the other atom. Okay, means instead of that 2 sigma bond, we get the formation of 1 pi bond. Okay, means our product is the alkene. Okay, means after the elimination reaction, okay, alkyl halide get converted into the alkene. Okay, see, elimination of alkyl halide takes place with loss of HX. Okay, therefore it is called as dehydrohalogenation reaction. Okay, it is also known as dehydrohalogenation reactions. D means removal. Okay, hydro means hydrogen. Okay, and halogenation means there is removal of the or elimination of the HX halogen acid or hydrogen halide takes place. Therefore, this elimination reaction is known as the dehydrohalogenation reaction. Okay, then these reactions, that is the elimination reactions, compete with the substitution reactions. Okay, when alkyl halides react with nucleophile. Okay, if that alkyl halide react with the nucleophile, it shows the nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, and if whenever alkyl halide react with any particular base, okay, in that case it undergoes the elimination reaction, because what happened, that base abstracts the proton from the alkyl halide. Okay, and that proton get eliminated. Okay, and another OH group or that halide also get eliminated. Okay, and there is formation of alkene takes place. Okay, when we use the strong base. Okay, because we know that the role of the base is the deprotonation. Okay, and when alkyl halide react with the nucleophile, then it shows the nucleophilic substitution reaction, because that nucleophile directly attack on the positively charged carbocation, and that halide get eliminated as a living group. Okay, then Okay, this is a general about this elimination reaction. See the next. Okay, elimination of hydrogen halide from an alkyl halide requires a strong base such as alkoxide ion. Okay, Ro minus. Okay, why? Because if we use the base, that is the OH minus. Okay, that OH minus gives the poor yield of the elimination product. Therefore, to get the high yield, we require the strong base. Okay, so that they can easily abstract the proton from the alkyl halide and get converted into the alkene. Okay. Okay, see here one example is there. Okay, and we require the base, strong base. Okay, in that case we get the two type of product. Okay, I think you are very well known about the Setzep rule, Hoffman rule, like that. Okay, means in that case we get the Setzep product. Okay, what that rule state that the more substituted alkene is predominantly formed. Okay, because we know that more substituted double bonds are more stable, or we can say more substituted alkenes are more stable. Okay, see in that. See next. Okay, if an alkyl halide contain more than two carbon in the chain, okay, and that carbon atom adjacent to the carbon atom bonded to the halogen, each have hydrogen atom bonded to them, then in that case we get two products. See this example. See the example. Okay, here. Okay, what the halogen is attached to that particular carbon atom, and that carbon is bonded again to other carbon atom which have the halogen, which have the hydrogen. Means there are two cases. Okay, from which carbon the hydrogen get eliminated. Okay, and depending on that two cases we get the two type of product. Okay, one is major and one another one is the minor. Okay, and in that cases the major product is according to the Setzep rule. Okay, which states that the more highly branched alkene will be the major product. Okay, why? Because the more substituted alkene is more stable. Okay, then see for example dehydrohalogenation reaction between two chlorobutane and sodium methoxide. Okay, the major product is 2-butane. Okay, write on this reaction fast. Write on this reaction and try to understand the what happened in that particular reaction. Okay, how we get the 1-butane and 2-butane, means which type of product is or which type of hydrogen is eliminated. Okay, in 1-butane, okay, terminal, the hydrogen from this terminal methyl group. Okay, CH3. Okay, that one hydrogen from this methyl group and one hydrogen and one chlorine from this two number of carbon atom, they get eliminated and form the product 1-butane. Okay, what happened means how the 2-butane is formed. Okay, hydrogen from this carbon number 3. Okay, and again from this carbon number 2, they get eliminated and form the product 2-butane. Okay, this base. Okay, CH3O minus. Okay, alkoxide ion. Okay, or methoxide, we can say methoxide. Okay, so it is a sodium methoxide. Okay, in that methoxide ion abstracts the proton. Okay, as it is the base, it abstracts the proton. Okay, and there is elimination of the HCl occur, and we get the product 1-butane and 2-butane. Okay, over. See next. See, just write down one reaction and tell me the product. Okay, write down reaction ethyl bromide first. Ethyl bromide plus potassium hydroxide, that is the KOH. Below in bracket write down alcoholic. Here we use the alcoholic KOH, that is potassium hydroxide. Okay, give the arrow, write the sign of heat on that arrow and tell me the product fast. Hmm. Yes, okay. See, whenever you give the sign of that particular heat, okay, again in that arrow, write the alcohol, okay. See here, we use the alcoholic KOH, okay. When we use the alcoholic KOH, in that case, we get the product alkene, not alcohol, okay. Yes, okay, got it, okay. You draw the product as alcohol, okay. No, the product is the alkene. Okay, because there is reaction between the alcohol and KOH, and it forms the strong base potassium ethoxide. Okay, that potassium ethoxide acts as a base. It attacks on the proton. It oxides the proton. Okay, and Br is also eliminated. Okay, and here we get the alkene as a product. No doubt. Okay, see here, elimination and substitution reaction get compete with each other. Okay, if that potassium ethoxide acts as a base, then we get the product alkene, and if it acts as a nucleophile, in that case we get the product alcohol, or that is the ether. Okay, because the that is alkoxide. Okay, it is alkoxide. Okay, write down write down the product alkene plus KBr plus H2O. alkene कोणता मिळेल? ethene. We get the ethene. Okay. Okay. See, next nucleophilic substitution reactions. Next one is the nucleophilic substitution reactions. See, we know that what is the substitution reactions? The reaction in which one atom or group is substituted by the another atom or group in a molecule. That reaction is known as substitution reaction. Okay, that may be nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, see, alkyl halide shows the nucleophilic substitution reactions. Okay, why? Because we know that alkyl halide is a polar bond. Okay, carbon having the positive charge, halide getting the negative charge. Carbon becomes carbocation, electron deficient. Okay, in that case, the halide group acts as a living group in the nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, it is act as a living group, and nucleophile attacks on the positive charge carbocation, and halide get substituted by the nucleophile. Therefore, it is a nucleophilic substitution reaction. Why it is not the electrophilic substitution reaction? Because electrophile could not attack on this particular positive charge carbon of the alkyl halide. Okay, and here it is the we require the nucleophile. Okay, nucleophilic substitution reaction. See, the alkyl halide undergo many reactions in which nucleophile displaces the halogen atom bonded to the central carbon of the molecule. Okay, and whenever the substituted halogen atom becomes a halide group. See the reaction. Okay, we take alkyl halide. Okay, plus nucleophile. This nucleophile attacks on this R of this alkyl halide. Okay, and this halide get substituted. Okay, or they get removed as a living group. Okay, and we get the product R and U. Okay, we get a new product. Okay, and we know that there are different type of nucleophiles that attack on this alkyl halide. Okay, and depending on the type of nucleophile, we get the particular product. If your nucleophile is the OH minus, we get the alcohol. Okay, if the nucleophile is the alkoxy, we get the ether. Okay, if the nucleophile is the cyanide ion, we get the alkyl cyanide as a product. Okay, it's depending on that particular nucleophile, we get the that type of product. Okay, see, in this, the halogen ion that is displaced from the carbon is known as the living group. Okay, and the same overall reaction is called as nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, the nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, see, we know that this nucleophilic substitution reaction undergo two type of mechanism. Okay, one is the nucleophilic substitution unimolecular reaction, another one is the nucleophilic substitution bimolecular reaction. Okay, I know you are very well known about the SN1 and SN2 reaction. Okay, because this SN1 and SN2 reaction are very important reaction shown by the alkyl halide. Okay, then these two reactions are very important reaction and very simple reaction. Okay, you can easily differentiate between these two reactions. What do you mean by the nucleophilic, or what is the SN1 reaction? It is a nucleophilic reaction where the rate determining step is a unimolecular. Okay, why it is a unimolecular? Because the rate of reaction depends only on the concentration of only one reactant. Okay, and in this reaction, okay, tertiary alkyl halide, okay, is react with the potassium hydroxide, okay, to form the tertiary butanol as a product. Okay, and this reaction, that is the hydrolysis of that particular tertiary alkyl halide with aqueous coH, takes place by SN1 reaction. Okay, and this is a very simple reaction. It includes the mechanism and also energy profile diagram. Okay, and this question frequently asked in the particular exam also. Okay, see SN1. Okay, it is a type of organic substitution reaction. And what is the stand? What is the SN1? It is the substitution nucleophilic unimolecular reaction. Okay, then here the rate of reaction depends only on the concentration of reactant. Okay, it does not depend on the concentration of nucleophile. Okay, it is a SN1 reaction. Okay, then we know that this SN1 reaction, in this SN1 reaction there is formation of carbocation takes place when we take the mechanism in that particular case. Okay, then see, what is the starting material in this reaction? Tertiary alkyl halide. Okay, means in SN1 reaction, the reaction is that hydrolysis of tertiary alkyl halide with aqueous KOH takes place by SN1 reaction. Here, the no doubt in SN1 formation of carbocation takes place. Okay, and rate of reaction depends on the concentration of only one reactant. Therefore, it is called nucleophilic substitution unimolecular reaction. Okay, got it? Okay, and see in the mechanism it includes the two-step reaction. Okay, first one is the bond breaking step. Okay, and second one is the bond formation step. Okay, just write down this reaction. First, take an example of tertiary butyl bromide. First, tertiary butyl bromide plus KOH, aqueous KOH, use the arrow, write down the product, write down product. Tertiary butanol. Okay, the product is tertiary butanol plus Br minus.